At the nighttime beach, there were almost no other sounds. From far away, the only thing that could be heard was the repeated motion of the waves, coming in and going back. Neither strong nor weak, the sound continued at a steady, unchanging rhythm. The sky was dark, with only a small number of stars visible. Thin clouds drifted here and there, softly blocking the moonlight. Because of that, neither the sea nor the shoreline could be seen clearly. Only their outlines rested quietly in the darkness. The sand beneath your feet was cooler than during the day, leaving a faint sensation each time you stepped on it. It did not sink deeply, but received your weight lightly, near the surface. Whether you walked or stood still, the feeling remained the same. There was no one on the beach. No lights, no voices, no trace of the distant city reached this place. Here, only the sea, the sky, and the sand existed within the same quiet time. The waves moved forward to a certain point, then gently broke apart. White foam spread briefly, then disappeared. This happened again and again. They looked similar each time, yet not a single wave took the exact same shape. The scent of salt drifted through the air. Not too strong, not too distant, simply present. As you breathed in, it slowly filled the depths of your chest. As you breathed out, it blended into the sound of the waves. When you sat down on the beach, the coolness of the sand gradually spread through your body. It was cool, but not hard. Leaning into it did not feel resisted. The weight of your back and shoulders quietly transferred into the sand. Turning your gaze toward the sea, you could barely make out the surface moving within the darkness. It did not reflect light, it simply swayed. The sound of the waves grew closer, then farther away, while keeping the same steady rhythm. On this beach, time seemed to move a little differently. Neither fast nor slow. Without noticeable changes, and without stopping. It simply flowed, quietly. When the wind passed by, your hair and clothes shifted slightly. There was a coolness to it, but nothing sharp. It came from the sea, crossed the beach, and moved on somewhere beyond. The wind carried nothing, it only flowed. Far away, the sound of a slightly larger wave breaking could be heard. Even so, it never grew suddenly loud. It quickly returned to its original rhythm. In this place, strong changes never lasted long. Looking up at the sky, the clouds slowly changed their shape. Their movement was so slow that, unless you watched for a while, the change went unnoticed. Moonlight faintly traced the edges of those clouds. The sound of the waves had no beginning and no end. It was impossible to know when it started, or when it might stop. Even now, in this very moment, it continued just the same. Your breathing gradually aligned with the spacing of the waves. It did not become deeper or shallower, remaining steady. The gentle rise and fall of your chest continued quietly on the sand. When you closed your eyes, the sound felt slightly closer. Even as your vision faded, the waves remained unchanged. Within the darkness, only the sound stayed clear. The waves come in, then go back. They come in, then go back. Within that repetition, the outline of your body slowly begins to blur. It becomes unclear where the sand ends and where your body begins. The distant horizon is no longer visible. The boundary between sky and sea melts into the darkness. Even so, there is no sense of unease. On this beach, not seeing causes no problem. The wind passes by once more. The sound of the waves lowers slightly, then returns to normal. The change is small and brief. There is no need to follow it. The coolness of the sand gradually fades from awareness. The weight of the body drifts away as well. All that remains is the sound of the waves and slow, quiet breathing. On this beach, there is nothing that calls up memories. No names, no explanations are required. There are only the waves, the sound, and the night. Before long, the space between each sound feels slightly wider. Nothing has actually changed. Feeling it that way is enough. An empty beach where only the sound of the waves continues. Within it, awareness quietly begins to fade. The feeling of the sand, the coolness of the wind, slowly drift away. The last thing to remain is that steady sound of waves, coming in and going back. Eventually, even that melts into the night, sinking slowly into the same stillness as the beach itself.